Warren B., author of Milk, A Story of Stripper Intelligence. Here to bring you an interesting concept or some points based upon the subject of money management, budgeting, things of that nature. The first thing that I want to deal with, and I'm going to try to keep this short, is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. It is the American dream for most people to own a home. But back in the, the 80s, I think it was, or early 90s, Robert Kiyosaki put out Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which he said, and a lot of people had a problem with it, that your home is not an asset. But I'd like to take that subject, and the reason he said it is because every month a home takes money out of your pocket. But I'd like to take that subject a little further and approach everything that we buy, everything that we, as we say, invest in, and look at it from the standpoint of assets versus liabilities. Anything that you buy is either something that will put money in your pocket every month, or it's something that has, that has either taken money out of your pocket for that time, or it's something that takes money out of your pocket every month. A lot of people buy all the top-notch phones, this and that. They come out with a new phone or something every day, or, well, not every day, but every time you turn around, there's something new on the market. And the new thing is always weighed against what was new 3 months ago or 4 months ago, whatever, when you bought whatever you bought that was hot at the time. And so now you're weighing, this against that and whatever. And I think I'd like to just interject that happiness is it will always evade you if you are trying to get there based upon something outside of you. And this is what makes the average person such a sheep-like creature. They're so easy to market to because they're always looking for fulfillment in something outside of them. If you could only get this, you'd be in there. Get your new Sprint PC phone and you'll be good to go, or whatever they say, But the whole thing is, you have to have, first and foremost, when it comes to managing money, you first and foremost need to have a level of inner resolve within yourself, where nothing outside of you makes you or breaks you. You need to have a level of spiritual enlightenment and understanding on an interpersonal level so that you don't get caught up in what they call the matrix. Those who are rich understand a 4-letter word, and they use it to the fullest. And that word is sell. S-E-L-L. They always have something to sell every month. Mm-hmm. You got a house, it's a liability because every month you're buying time. You pay your mortgage, you're buying 30 more days to stay in your house. Period. So you're thinking that you're so much better than the person renting, but even after you pay your home off, you still have to pay property taxes, which can be subject to going up, which will put a strain on your fixed income once you retire. Oftentimes, people who had the dream home as young aspiring Americans often have to sell the home when they get older and find a residence that's more one level oriented, because they can't make those steps like they used to. Let's just keep it real. These are things These are concepts. It's called a bill of goods, but I'm trying to stay away from the conspiracy theory aspect of it, even though conspiracy, piracy, you know what a pirate is. And if you put the word con with an S, you're just talking about plural. Instead of one con, now you're talking about multiple cons. Well, what is a conspiracy? It is the piracy of a con, or cons. Put the two words together, they're right there. Cons, piracy. So a conspiracy theorist is often a person that just doesn't believe and buy into the piracy of a con. Cons, piracy. So you can't be afraid to look at things. Your degree has no place here. This is about true intelligence. So, assets versus liabilities. Everything you buy, consider that. Is it an asset? Is it a liability? A lot of times when you own a business and you try to justify purchases because it's something that you really want, understand that even when you buy that new trinket, it may enhance your ability in business, but know it for what it is. It is not an asset. It is a tool. Money is a tool. Money is a tool that can be used to build or tear down or break down. Well, a tool, how many people have bought a Stairmaster? Seeing the commercial, people looking so happy on the commercial, walking and losing weight. And the mug just sits down in your basement, collecting dust. For you know it, you on eBay trying to sell stuff that was another concept, that a bill of goods that you bought. Sell. That's what the real players do in the world. Sell. Okay, so you got assets versus liabilities. Just know the difference and to be honest with yourself. Okay, a car, a tool, anything that you buy that is supposed to be used to help you make money is still a liability. It can be used as a tool to help you make money, but the real asset is that which you use it for. If you understand business, but I'll deal with that later. My girl recently bought a car, and she was very intelligent and I was very happy about it because she consulted me, and she was able to find a good car, at half the budget that she had available for the car, which tickled my fancy. Because number one, she got a good car, but number two, she also made use of the knowledge around her. Some people think that money is power. Well, there's a difference between power and money. And as you'll learn later, there's a difference between money and currency. A lot of what you think is money is just currency. It's not money. But she made use of what was around her. She called her mechanic, that had been her mechanic for years, and said, Joe, that's his name. She said, I would like you to go with me when I look at this car. I want you to listen to the engine. I want you to, drive it. I don't even want to drive. I want you to test drive it. I'll get in the car with you, but you test drive it, and you tell me if this car is worth the money, and you tell me what the potential problems were. Very intelligent. She made use of her surroundings. She didn't just do what a lot of people do. Well, I got the money, so I'm just going to buy this because money is power. No, money is a tool. The key is that tool in the hand of a good craftsman, an intelligent craftsman. A fool and his money are lucky enough to get together in the first place, which is usually why the relationship doesn't last very long. So, she was able to get the car at half her budget, and he told her that eventually she would have a certain issue with the car later. that, if he did certain things, it would be fine, probably for 6 months before she had any issues. But with his master mechanic eye, he, and this guy stays busy. I mean, it's like he gets so much business, he probably would turn down business every day. He has to close at 5 every day because cars are still pulling in. He's good. Well, he told her with his master eye and her tool, money. Mm-hmm. She didn't try to replace a master mechanic, a knowledge base with cash. That don't mean anything, especially in the hands of a fool. So he told her what the future issues would be, and when she got the car, she immediately, naturally, did the basic stuff, tune up and oil change, this, that, and the third. And then, because she came in under half her budget, she used some of that money that she had left to go on ahead and take care of what eventually would be, a $400 job. Well, what most people do is they get enough to get something because they don't take advantage of wisdom. They think that the money is going to replace wisdom. It's always intelligent for a person to make use of what's around them. If somebody's more intelligent than you, utilize that. That's only going to make you look better in the long run. Right? So she went ahead and just took care of a future problem that she would not know would exist. But she took her mechanic. So he already let her know what issues she might be dealing with maybe 6 months down the line. She just went ahead and took care of it then, because she still had the cash and still had some left over. After she took care of a major issue that would eventually be an issue for her, hey, she could ride without problems now. And she still got a little cash set aside just in her car fund, which could just keep adding a little to it every month and build it so that, stuff happens. But it's best to be prepared, right? And so that's a lesson in that you can learn from. But she made use of the knowledge around her and make use of this knowledge. That's what I'm saying. Make use of what's available to you. Okay? The next thing, money versus currency. This is a major thing we got to pay attention to. Most of us think that money, greenbacks, is money. That's not money, it's currency. A major issue that I have in the political arena, and I'm not interested in politics, and to be honest with you might have an issue with it, I don't vote. I vote for me every day, and I win every election. I don't count on someone else to fix problems that are not addressed in terms of from a causal standpoint. Mm-hmm. When you have a centralized banking system printing your money, I don't care what the president looks like, and I don't care what party he belongs to. When you have to go to your daddy to ask for money to keep your economy going, that makes you a borrower. And the person that you're asking money from, the world bankers, the Federal Reserve Bank, they are the lender. What does the Bible say about the borrower and the lender? It says that the borrower is servant to the lender. Servant. America is servant to China, because China is the greatest creditor nation in the world. And America, as arrogant as lame Americans are, they're the greatest debtor nation in the world. Okay? This is real knowledge. Okay, so currency. What is my point in dealing with money versus currency? There's God's money, there's man's money. Man cuts down trees to make money. kind of need the trees though. God makes gold, silver, because it was a part of the earth. You see what I'm saying? So it's a natural commodity. It's natural. You see what I'm saying? Whereas currency, in order for currency to exist, it must flow like a river. When water is running down or up a stream in a river, okay, it has a current. Hence, currency. Money is like a river. It is a current. And what happens when the well or water runs dry? You have no more money. That's why every president, black or Republican or white, all of them, Bush, his son, all of them have had bailouts, asking their daddy, the Federal Reserve, to kick them some ends to keep the economy going, because Tricky Dick Nixon took America off the gold standard, which turned money, which is paper currency backed by gold, God's money, into just monopoly money. So what am I saying? I'm going to try to keep it short. I'm saying that in this day, the savers, the people who save money, are losers. It used to be that saving money was the way to go. Today, savers are losers. You're a loser if you focus on saving. Because, let me give you this, and then I'm going to keep going. Well, I'm going to get off. I'm going to try to get off. Why are savers losers today? Because savers are operating on an old rule of money. They believe that money is still money. It's not money anymore, it's currency. And when you save currency, okay, your money dissipates. I don't care how much of it you have when the river stops. Mm-hmm. You're saving something that is evaporating. Water evaporates, but you're saving money in a pot that is very hot. So not only is your water or currency evaporating, but the system that this currency flows in is heating up every day because they keep warming up the heating press. Look at the steam as it leaves from the pot, baby. That's your water dissipating into the atmosphere. That's your money. Now let me prove it to you, and then I'm going to get off. Do you know the true value of $1 million in terms of its purchasing power today versus back in 1913? It'll blow your mind. The true buying power of $1 million today in 2012 versus back in 1913 when money was still backed by gold. Do you know what the difference is? In 1913, $1 million was $1 million. But the value of $1 million today in 2012 is only $80,000. Can you see the steam rising? I have a lecture on money. It's called Money is an Iceberg. It's a 1-hour lecture on CD. I accept credit cards. Hit me up. Trying to remember this number I just got. 440-941-1834. Hit me up, and you can order it right over the phone. I got a credit card set up, and I'll ship them out to you. And you know, we need to really start looking at things on a different level. This is Warren B. Peace.